Hey guys, in this video we're going to be going over Dogecoin. So how to get rich off Doge. So I guess the only thing you need to really do is just put your money in Doge, right? You don't really need to look at any charts. Looks like all these groups are just jumping in, right? And then they just get rich overnight, right? That's not always the case. In this video, I'm going to show you better ways to manage your money while trading Dogecoin. I know Dogecoin is the biggest hype. I know Elon Musk pumps it. He tweets anything, boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, everyone's making millions. And that's just the way it is, right? But how to properly buy Doge at a good price and then sell at an even better price. And then you just do a rinse and repeat. And so this is where your support and resistance lines come in. This is where your trend lines come in. This is where your patterns come in. And then you can see, you can identify when you want to get in, where the support levels are pushing up, or where it's about to break out of a trend line or a pattern. And then all of a sudden you can get in and get a good price. So let's jump right into it. All right, so here we go. So what's going on with Doge, right? So what is it? Back in April 14th, it just blew up, right? But there's always something that you always want to look at the chart and see what's going on. So you could make simple trend lines. You got point A, point B. You actually, right in here, you had a double top. So boom, boom, and then it usually dumps down, right? And so that's exactly what happened in this sense. So they had a double top and then it pushed down. So what you want to do is you got point A, and then you got another point right here, right? And then you draw your line, and then once it breaks this line, which it did, right? On the 1 hour, we're looking at the 1 hour. Once it broke above it, right? It retested the trend line, verifying that it was, all right, it's time to head in the same direction, right? So after that, it went up, kind of pushed down, made a higher low, right? And then it just took off to the races from there. And so this same pattern, if you really look at this same pattern, you have a nice support level right here, right? You actually have a double bottom, right? So here we go, just like this double top, and it dumped down, right? You now have a double bottom, and now it took off. Simple as that. These are just reoccurring patterns that happen inside trading all the time in any market, whether you're trading crypto, forex, stocks, whatever the case may be, right? This pattern has always happened. And I use this same pattern on what happened after this huge pump. You know what I'm saying? So usually this is what happens. It pumps up, makes like a bull flag type of thing, and then it pumps up one more time, and it's kind of usually moves up in either 2 to 3 legs. In this sense, it had like looked like 3 legs. So it had the first leg, the second leg, and then the third leg, and then it finally stalled up right in here, right? And then it made another one. So here's the same thing, right? Let's just whip out the simple support and resistance lines and see what happens, right? So you see that once it came up here, it had this big red candle, it pushed down, right? So this is resistance. Now we want to see where it could possibly be at. So we're just right here, right? So when it's coming down, I want to be like, I wonder where it's going to go next, right? So, and this is not always going to happen perfectly, right? But this is just giving you some idea. So before it came up, I mean, right, this candle, I'm just going off this wick candle, so it actually pushed down right here and pushed down right here. So to me, looks like a decent level that I could either buy off, or I can just wait to see what happens, right? So then it actually, if that level breaks, right, then you have your next level. So I mean, it could be right in here, right? And then that's exactly what happened. It came down, it broke this level, came down to this level, right? And then this one held, and then it pushed right back up. And then this level was tested. So this was resistance. So once it starts coming up, it found support off this level. So you see it pushed up, right? Broke out of this. The red candle came down, tested it, it was validated, right, as support, and then it pushed up. Then it tested the next, right here, the next resistance, right? Came up, tested it, boom, had a red candle. Now you have another double top, right? Boom, came down, still made. So this is when you need to be looking at the charts, right? So could it have went boom? Maybe, right? But instead, it stopped, right? And it made a higher low. So right now we have market structure, right? So you could connected your trend lines, right? You have 1 point, 2 point, boom, 1, 2. You could have entered, I mean, let's just be realistic. No one's gonna, unless you're, gonna risk it, you could have entered right here, but let's be honest. You could have seen the push up, you could have entered right in here somewhere, right? With thinking that it could possibly come down and hit this trend line again, right? But instead, it just took off and it blew past this resistance. So this is blew past it, right? Now it's gone. Good to go, right? Watch. Doge takes off again, right? We're looking at same patterns, same patterns. Boom, bull flag. What happened here? Bull flag. Took off, boom. Another one, boom. Right in here, you had it pumped up. Once it pumped up out of this pattern right in here, usually it's like this. It's kind of like a flag, and then it pushes up, right? So that's exactly what happened. Came up here, then it started to dump down, right? So you have your resistance. Let's say, we're looking at it, right? Now we have resistance. You could say the more wicks the better to touch, it makes it more validated in the trading. But you could see that, all right, this is resistance. So where is it going to come next? Where is the possibility that where it could come next, right? So it comes down. You have no idea. I'm thinking right in here that it could, since it broke up, come up here, it could come test this right here at the bottom. Actually, right here. Once it breaks out of this resistance, right, it usually comes down, retests it, right, and it uses as support. So resistance flips into support, and then it pushed back up, right? And so this then made a double top because this high was not higher than this high, okay? So once it didn't go past that and it started to form a double top, it started to dump down. Boom, started to dump down. All right, now you have this big red candle. Where is it coming next? Okay, could come here. If this level's broken, right? If this level right here is broken, then all right, shoot. Like it could come down to over here because this is your next level before it was like the support, right? So it pushed back up and then it kind of tested the bottom of this and then it pushed down, and then this was support. So this could have been your next level right in here. It actually lines up perfectly with this rectangle box, right? Here it is. And then it pushes up and then it comes back down right in here, right? So now you have a pattern. I like to look at the line chart just because it's a little bit cleaner, and in line charts they show the closing price instead of all the wicks and candles, right? So I just connected 1 and 2, and so that's what happened. Came up, pushed down, kind of pushed up again, pushed down, and then it got support right in here. Here we go again, another thing, double bottom. Now it took off. It broke out of this trend line, right? Broke out of this trend line. This trend line that was acting as resistance, right? Now it pumped up, came down, could have had your second point. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Pushed up, came down, pushed up, came down, and you could have bought every single time it hit the trend line. Okay, here we go. Pushed up, right? Came here. You wouldn't have bought. You don't know yet, right? Big red candle. Okay, I see this nice green candle. I'm buying. Just I'm putting in a little bit, right? And then it pushes up and then it pushes down. Could have bought some more. All right, here we go. We're still winning, right? Because we're still making money. Let's put a little bit more in there. Boom, it pushes up, comes down. Same trend line, right? Same trend line. Could have bought some more to make some more money, right? Now you got a $10,000 position. If that's how crazy you are, you want to trade Doge, right? And then it just takes off. Now, when it does take off, right, you can see that this was a form of resistance right in here. It looked pretty strong at one point. And I like to draw the zones right in here. So you could have had right in here, and it kind of just stayed right in here. The zones just boom, boom, boom. Had resistance, 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 and then it kind of pushed up, failed, came back down, kind of pushed up, failed, came back down, and then it finally exploded, right? Now we're looking at what's the next, since it broke out of this higher high, higher low, then it came up, pushed past the higher high, and now we went to the next level right in here, right? And now we're pushing, the price is pushing higher, and it's pushing past this. So like I said, I like to look at closing price. It actually didn't even close above 40 cents. It looked like 39.62, right? Whatever. And then, so now it looks like it could be our next level of resistance could be at the top of this wick, right? Because price was there at 45 cents. I don't know. We'll see, right? If we're all masters and geniuses, then we'd all be rich, right? But now it could come up to this level. Right in here, right? Boom. Could hang out right in here. Test this, right? Because when I looked at the line chart, it looked like it could come back down and test this and then keep pushing up, right? Still would make a higher low, or it could actually come down here, higher low, right? Still another higher low. That's a bullish market structure, right? So boom, it can still continue up. So just keep your eyes on Doge. Just let me know what you think. I'm like no crazy, not crazy into Doge, but I definitely, I'll put in some money for sure. And because there is always potentials. I just like to trade the patterns. Don't really care about some of the cryptos that don't even know what they do sometimes, but I just identify the patterns and read them and then enter, and that's it. So here it comes, like right in here, man. Retest, push up more, or right another scenario, retest, makes higher low, pushes right here, and then pushes up. Or now, right, if it comes down, whatever, and then this trend line breaks, be ready, because then we can consolidate for a while, or we can break down. So this is where you want to, make some profits, right? You can, whether you're holding or you're rinsing and repeating on these trades, right? I like to rinse and repeat just because when something flies, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? Gosh dang, 214%, right? I'm taking profits because, you're trading with, gosh dang, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. That's a lot of money, right? And so you get out, right? And then you let it come down, and then you start to see double bottom. Ooh, look at this pattern, right? Next thing you know, it breaks out. Now you just double down. You got more money investing into Dogecoin, right? Not holding $5,000 investment all the way up, and then it comes down, and then you only made like $1,000, and then now you're going through the emotional ride, like damn, I should have pulled out, and then now it's taken off again because you don't know that this is going to happen again, right? So just adapt and let's get it. But yeah, let me know where you think Doge is going. If you'd like to see any other coins or any other stocks or whatever going on, right? Just let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please subscribe. All right, thanks.